having me. My name's Chandra. I'm the Director of Growth and Strategy for Seafood People. The company is based in Bergen, Norway, but I reside in Orlando, Florida. And Seafood People is an executive search and management company. So we manage client activity in business and corporate strategy, merger and acquisitions, project management, sales and marketing, design and communication, as well as global searches. So I started my career with the seafood industry with Intrafish. So knew nothing about it, sort of jumped into the deep end, and it was the best way to learn. So really quickly, this global, massive industry, and understanding all the different players within it, but also realizing it's a small group, and that we do really important things, which is feeding people. So Intrafish was a great way to sort of get a really good understanding about the industry. I exited and worked for companies in the natural food space, and then re-entered about 3 years ago as the Director of Growth and Strategy, as I mentioned, with Seafood People. And that's given me the opportunity to leverage a skill set and really helping companies grow the organization, find the right talent, or just help them in areas where our experts can come in and just really help them solve problems. You know, I tend to have a bit of more of a positive spin on it than just challenges, because I think we all face challenges in different areas. So from exiting and coming back, I've actually noticed that we've done some really good work in our industry. So I've noticed more women in leadership, more women taking the helm with initiatives, and really a lot of opportunity. So again, not perfect. There's definitely work to be done, but I think we've done a lot of work in the short time I've been out, which was about 5 years. So I think challenges actually could be opportunities. And I see a lot of that for women in the industry, for sure. You know, we were actually on a consulting project not too long ago. And what we advised one of our clients is just do a visual audit. You know, take a look at your website, take a look at your LinkedIn profile, look at all the visual touch points someone can have and see if you think it's female friendly. You know, bring the women in your company in, or you know, people in your life, and have them just look at it and say, you know what, would a woman find this environment, you know, approachable? You know, are there women pictured in leadership positions? Do they have a voice on a LinkedIn profile? Things like that can just make a company feel more approachable and attractive to someone who's investigating whether this industry is for them. You know, the other thing too, I think there's a lot of onus on us women to share our stories, to reach out, to let other women know the dynamic industry that could be before them from a career. So I think maybe those really easy things can really sort of shift and help us achieve where we want to go. As we know, being in the food industry, so much of the year is punctuated by different conferences you have to go to or exhibits, and they tend to be incredibly fast-paced and lots of things to see, and almost sometimes you feel like you haven't been able to do everything you wanted to do. So I felt like Napa Seafood Summit was the opposite, which I loved. The pace was slower, which allowed for more authentic, I think, and organic conversations to happen. Every event was so thoughtfully put together and so beautiful. So I found that it actually was a lot more conducive to building stronger relationships, to networking, to have conversations that you would never have maybe in a large exhibit hall. So I look forward to going back, and I think really everyone in the industry should at least attend once to experience how beautiful it is. You know, when I take a step back and really think about what we're doing, so wherever you land on the supply chain or on the sort of the corporate hierarchical ladder, you know, at the end of the day, we are feeding people. And I think there's power in that. We're feeding people something healthy, which is even more important in my mind. And I think something that COVID taught us, or still teaching us, is the importance of health, commitment to health. And as a mother, trying to feed my family healthy. And I love being part of an industry that really, at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. So I think for people who are passionate about food, passionate about health, it's sort of this perfect intersection of an industry to be part of. So it's exciting, it's dynamic, as I mentioned, and at the end of the day, you're putting something healthy on the family's plate.